The warm, temperate waters and rich food source of Port Stephens make this area a preferred spot for the threatened hawksbill, green and loggerhead turtles. Unfortunately, these turtles are at risk from threats such as marine debris and collisions with boats, but little is known about their numbers and movements in New South Wales. Marine biologists have been studying turtles in the Port Stephens Great Lakes Marine Park and are concerned about their plight. Andrew Field, Senior Compliance Officer with the Port Stephens Great Lakes Marine Park, knows more than most the problems these turtles face.
I guess the first issue that we have is the interaction between the turtles and the set fishing gear, mainly crab traps and hoop nets. The traps nets themselves are set on the bottom on the seabed and they're baited. There's a rope attached to that and a surface buoy on the surface marking the location of the gear. Now the problem that we have is either the turtles are attracted to the bait and find their way inside the trap or into the mesh and they're entangled and they drown and die as they can't surface. Or more commonly they become entangled in the rope that's attached to the buoy and either drown and can't surface because of that, or they drag it around for some time and drown just with the weight of the gear. So that's one of the main problems we face. There was a turtle named Jodie. She was found washed up on the beach near Foster and was having trouble feeding, and subsequently she was taken to the Taronga Wildlife Zoo for a bit of rehabilitation. As a result, they found a large amount of plastic inside her intestines, and after about 6 weeks the plastic was passed through the system and she was released and hopefully still swimming around somewhere, so that was a good story.
The movements of Jodie and several other rehabilitated turtles became part of a study that helped marine biologists learn more about their habits in Port Stephens, which might help with their long-term survival. Once the turtles recover from their injuries, researchers glue a satellite tag to their shell and then release them into the water close to where they were found. The tags attached to the turtle shell send a signal to a satellite, recording the turtle's location every time they swim to the surface to breathe, which happens about once every 10 minutes. The researchers can download this satellite data and map the movement patterns of the turtles and find out where and how far they travel. The tracking data shows that most of these turtles like to stay close to home and they don't need to travel very far. Some of the turtles were tracked heading out to open waters and travel quite large distances, but still eventually head back to this beautiful part of the coast.
Port Stephens is such a wonderful place to live or to come and visit because of the beauty of its natural environment, but it's also a wonderful place to live for a wide variety of marine life and bird life. And what we need to do in Port Stephens is try and keep our environment as clean and pristine as possible. Within a couple of minutes of being at this spot, I collected some of the materials that are causing marine life, particularly turtles, issues in the bay. Like there's fishing line, there's balloons, there's plastic bags, plastic bottles, straws. That only took me a minute. And these items really do cause problems to the marine life. Boating and fishing and crabbing is such a very active pastime in here at Port Stephens. There's lots of people that get involved in that. So when you're going out fishing or crabbing, it's important to just be aware of the marine life that we have in Port Stephens and keep that in mind. For example, don't leave your traps and hoop nets out for too long. Check them regularly. Don't set them in areas where there's strong current and can drift away, therefore you can't retrieve them. Always bring in the amount of traps that you put out so they're not left drifting around in Port Stephens causing problems for turtles and a variety of other marine life and bird life.